Oh, hey guys. So anyhow, this video is for entertainment and education purposes only. Any and everything I say could be wrong. Do your own research. Come to your own conclusions. So anyhow, I was just kind of looking at the Aldous Huxley thing that I posted. Was it, I don't know, 2 days ago or yesterday? And all I did was take out my favorite clip of that 30-minute interview. That clip was like the most, to me, was like really it just brings it all home, you know? And I'm gonna try to do some camera work here. So, yeah. So, let's see if I'm like improvising here. There we go. Good enough. That's good enough. All right. So, you know, okay. See, and this is what's awesome to me. This is what is so amazing. Is Cracker Barrel is fucking headline news. But like what Aldous Huxley said, nobody cares. Like, hush your little mouth, you know, you pleb. Hush your little mouth. We want to hear from the oligarchy. We don't want to hear from little angry hobo. We get our news from the oligarchy, you know. The people up at the top with all the money and stuff. Because that's what it is. You know, the more you make, the more you get it right? It's all about money. So we want to hear from the oligarchs. We don't want to be troubled with angry hobo's little clip that he got, Aldous Huxley clip from 1958. We don't want to hear about that. You know, the oligarch mouthpiece, Mark Dice, has something to say about Cracker Barrel. Meanwhile, Aldous Huxley's prediction, which was fucking what? 1938 or something? We see it every day, all day. We live that fucking dystopian nightmare that Aldous Huxley predicted we would, however long ago that was. But nobody, that's irrelevant, because Mark Dice just put out a video about Cracker Barrel. And like, when you look at what Aldous Huxley is saying, it's like basically what the world is going to be in a very short period of time. Right around the corner. And this was in 1958. Aldous Huxley was saying this in the interview. Right around the corner, what we have in store for us is a massive global oligarchy where the people at the top, they get all kinds of freedom and money and prestige, and everything is just heaven on earth for this little tiny group of people up at the top of the oligarchy. And all the epsilons down below, little to no freedom. You know, they're just a bunch of angry hobos, that's all. Well, now here we are, it's 2025. You tell me what's going on. Cracker Barrel, is that what's going on, Cracker Barrel? And, you know, here I can say, which very few people can, that I've been just running a channel alone. That's all I've been talking about, is the epsilons below all the epsilons below in the United States of America, they're all experiencing little to no freedom, while this oligarchy, this small oligarchy up at the top, they're just, you know, they got it all going on. And everybody says, oh, well, that's because the homeless are just mentally ill drug addicts. That's why, right? and you're so awake. You're so fucking awake, man. You got to open everybody's eyes to the truth. And what's the truth? Oh, all these epsilons down below, the reason they're not experiencing freedom and wealth is because they're just a bunch of mentally ill drug addicts. That's what's going on. Yeah, that's what it is. You're right. And it's just when you see just one person alone, when you encounter one person alone that's like this, there's just like, oh, the majority of all those epsilons below that are experiencing little to no freedom and stuff, the only reason that's their experience is because they're just mentally ill drug addicts. That's all. And just encountering one person alone that is that fucking like brain dead is repelling. It's just like, it makes, you know, I'm like crawling in under my skin. I'm just like, God, who is this retard, right? Just one person alone. But the problem is, that's like 9 out of 10 people, at least 9 out of 10 people. And where are they getting this information that, oh, well, all the epsilons down below, the only reason they're experiencing little to no freedom is because they're just mentally ill drug addicts? Where are they? Where have I heard this before? It seems like I've heard this all over on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, AB, for like decades. That's been the same, but yet you can just listen to Aldous Huxley. Well, Aldous Huxley challenges that, where he's like, well, no, it's not so simple as this, you know. And this is back in 1950s. Aldous Huxley is like trying to get people to maybe just stop for a moment and think about it. Just think about it. No. We don't have time to think about it because we're in the middle of a global genocide with Jewish space lasers, and Cracker Barrel has just gone woke, so we don't have time to think about. No. You know, and this is the world that you live in. This is your society. And if I don't know if you've noticed. So even though Aldous Huxley is saying this, where you have this little oligarchy up at the top, and this is your future, and it's right around the corner. Little tiny oligarch up at the top, and everybody else, all the epsilons below, experiencing little to no freedom of any sort, financial or otherwise. And so that's like everybody. That's just, you see, and Aldous Huxley is not referencing race at all. Like this dystopian nightmare that Aldous Huxley is predicting, it doesn't, for the most part, if even at all, has little, if anything, to do with race. It's more like a caste system, which you hear about in India has the caste system. That's what he's talking about, caste system, where the oligarchy up at the top has all the money and everybody else just gets to suffer. That's like a caste system, like in India. or a class system that has nothing to do with race at all. But what do you hear everywhere? Jewish space lasers and white supremacy and Jewish space lasers and anti-whiteism and Jewish space Everybody's always constantly nonstop injecting the race thing into it. And it's like, well, that's because blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, but you never talk about the caste system, how this relates to the caste system and money. Why is that? Oh, well, I do. It's all about the shekels because, the Jewish race of Jewish space laser race, Jew. It's always, everything is, everybody's constantly, nonstop injecting race into everything, kind of like a forced vaccine. Like, it's almost, how all this shit about the government forcing it's like they're just force injecting like a fucking mRNA vaccine. They're force injecting race into any and every fucking thing. And nobody's questioning, like, I wonder if the reason that they're injecting all this race shit into all this stuff is to conflate and deflect and mislead people to the truth. Yeah. I wonder. And like, just for example, let's say this video gets 20 views, okay? I guarantee you, if I got 20 views, I can almost guarantee that at least 90% of the people that watched this video, if they got this far, they would continue to inject the race thing into everything anyways, without even questioning themselves. Because they're right. Just like the gammas, they're not too stupid or too bright. To be a gamma is to be just right. They're just right no matter what. Never stop and question, like, yeah, why am I injecting this Jewish space laser shit like a forced vaccination into any and every fucking topic imaginable? It's just the Jews. Maybe I should stop and think about and why am I doing this? Why am I injecting the Jewish space laser into any and everything imaginable? Why am I doing it? Is it because I'm intelligent and I have this really advanced intelligence and stuff where I can see all this pattern? Or am I just following the trend on BitChute? Because that's what everybody on BitChute is doing. Like, it's not unique at all. There's nothing edgy about it. There's nothing unique about it. You sound like 90% of everyone else on BitChute. Well, that's because BitChute's the best platform in the entire universe. Oh my shit. Yeah, right. So that's the thing, all these echo chambers, whether they're on YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, they all say the same thing, that their echo chamber is the best one. But there is no echo chamber that's talking about the caste system or the class system. Every echo chamber on the entire spectrum, they're all force injecting race into everything. Oh, it's the white supremacists. Oh, it's the anti-whiteists. Oh, it's always, everything is race. Where are you getting your information from? Who is telling you that this is intelligent? It's not Aldous Huxley. The book Brave New World has nothing to do with race. And yet, it's a cautionary, prediction of a future that's right around the corner from us, that is this insanely oppressive caste system, a global caste system. And the oligarchy up on top experiences this a vast amount of financial freedom and prestige and wealth and and all the epsilons below experiencing little to none. What does that have anything to do with race? Oh, because it's the Jewish space lasers. That's what it is. It's very interesting how the race bait bullshit is force injected like an mRNA vaccine into any and everything, virtually any and everything imaginable is instantly injected like an mRNA vaccine with this Jewish space laser. Jewish space lasers just explain it all away. It's just the Jewish space lasers. That's what it is. Dummy, dum, 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 poopy, poop, 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 poop. Like I said, 90% or more of the people that would watch my video, they're just going to keep doing the same thing. It's the Jewish space lasers, man. It's just the Jewish space lasers. Without questioning themselves. And, so what's the point in listening to this low epsilon angry hobo guy? Because the oligarchy already told me it's the Jewish space lasers. I want to hear what Mark Dice has to say. Because Mark Dice is one of us, man. Mark Dice, he's just another epsilon below, that's a victim of the oligarchy above, right? Anyways, whatever.